What's up, people? Hello. Points Travel Happiness says, please comment on Stephanie, the human vacuum cleaner, Buttermore's newest video where she does the exact opposite of what you recommend by eating non-stop throughout the day. Gained 30 pounds so far with her all-in program. This just happens to have popped up on my feed. And here we go. Oh well, I mean, look, I'm going to preface this video by saying, like, people could do whatever they want. This is obviously, like she said several times, she's not pushing this on anybody. She's not saying you should do this. And I think, honestly, I think this is not the right way to do things. I'm not really sure. And this will appeal to people who don't actually want to solve their problem. But whatever, you know, like, go ahead. I don't know. I'm going to try and be, like, not as hard on her in this video as I have been, but no promises.
10.
Oh, and also, if you guys have any other recommendations for videos or YouTubers, let me know in a comment.
Easy 10.
Easy 10. What is going on, guys? Hello, what's up? How are ya? So I'm obviously not currently in Bali. I quickly wanted to just hop on here before the video begins because at the time that this video was recorded, I hadn't yet released my 1-month update video yet, so I won't make any references to it. And I quickly wanted to do that right now because the response to that video was absolutely mind-blowing, and I just wanted to thank you guys. And because I was listening to you guys when I released my merch video, that I decided to create all-in t-shirts. I do have a white one and a black one with white lettering. I'm wearing a medium because I wanted it to be really nice and loose and comfortable. So if you want to support me and my all-in journey, go ahead and check out the first link in the description box below. But with all of that being said, let's go to Bali. Are we rolling?
We're going.
My lazy eye open? Struggling with a lazy eye. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video and welcome to Bali. Today we are doing a full day of eating all in. So we are ballin' today and we're gonna show you, or I'm gonna show you everything that I eat throughout the day. And this is the most magical and beautiful place, especially when it comes to food. So I'm gonna show you all the beautiful food that we eat, and sadly we leave tomorrow, but we're definitely gonna make the most of it. Especially since it's our last day, I'm gonna make the absolute most of all the food that we have today. And I'll also be talking to you throughout the day, like how, you know, everything's going with my all in stuff and how I've been approaching food and how amazing Bali has been for.
Okay. All in t-shirts, good choice. Again, like I said, like, who cares what people do? I don't really care. Doesn't affect me at any way at all. And I think that the people who believe this is a good idea instead of one of the million other choices for something that you can do, are just looking for the easy answers, and they're not going to make it anyway. Right? Like, and it like, there's like a little bit of cognitive dissonance involved when you see somebody who's famous and very attractive and, you know, into fitness, making a choice like this and only saying positive things about it, or not only positive things, but really trying to make it work. Right? You don't want to believe that they're wrong. You don't want to believe that there's a better way, because she seems so happy. She's going to Ubud. There's all these like pretty colors, and she's eating all these like interesting looking foods, right? You want to believe that this is the best choice. I don't think it is, and like, but who cares what I think? I don't think it is. Who cares what I think? And here's what I think is better, right? Number one, what's the actual problem? Like, she lost her period because she was malnourished. Okay, that's it. It's not like some mysterious like magical thing, right? And that's where this all-in idea comes from, which is basically like, okay, I'm malnourished. I'm going to eat as much as I can so I won't be malnourished anymore. But it's like, okay, there's like a fly buzzing around my room. I could get a fly swatter, or I could fucking light my entire room on fire to kill the fly, right? Because I like fire. Okay. And I've been like preventing myself from lighting fires because I have a fire addiction or something. I don't know. Like, what's wrong with just eating the right foods and working out? Right? Like a little bit of self-control. And again, like I said, like every video that I do about this, I'm like repeating myself. This is for the views. This is to create an interesting piece of content first and achieve the actual end, which is to get your period back second. Somebody left a very interesting comment on one of my older videos of her where they said, like, I think she's just trying to get pregnant. And I was like, oh, I don't know how that never occurred to me. I thought she was 23. Apparently she's not 23. She's like 29. Makes more sense now. 29 years old, you know, it's about time to like start thinking about that if you want to. So I guess that's really what it is. As far as how she looks, like she doesn't look bad. She's very pretty, you know. I think maybe eating a little too much, not working out enough, but like this is like the joke, right? Like when a girl gets married or gets into a serious relationship, she gets fat, starts having kids, like, you know, I don't know. I'm not so worked up about this anymore, to be honest with you, because like whatever, who cares? Some girl wants to do this to herself. Like she's not going to sacrifice her financial, like her livelihood as a result, because you're appealing to like people's basic human weakness regarding food, and now you're selling a t-shirt about it. Okay, so like, all right, whatever. Anyway,
my approach on food. So I'll talk to you later. I'll see you at breakfast. Jump in.
It actually feels a little warmer.
Yes, because the outside temperature is cooler. This is one of the lovely chefs. She's amazing. Oh, this food looks so good every day. Never disappoints. This is my favorite.
Thank you.
This is my girl right here. Dewey's the best. She has made Bali the best experience of all time. The highlight of Bali. The reason we're going to come back here.
Yes, I hope you will be here.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
What kind of tea is that?
Tea from the gods. Ginger and lemon tea. Oh, I don't think I mentioned it. I'm kind of sick, by the way. I got sick like the day we got here. That's what happens when I travel. That's what happens when everyone travels, but it always happens to me. So we have the most amazing omelet I've ever had in my life. It has like chili, basil, and cheese in it. It's just magical. Then we have parathas, which are beet and sweet potato like pancakes. I think that's like a local delicacy. Then we have quesadilla that has cheese and I think spinach and some chili in it. The most beautiful fruit platter of all time. We have the most amazing fruit whenever we're here. My favorite avocado toast, which has a little bit of cheese on top, but they have like special bread, toast it, and then puts amazing guacamole with lime. I don't know, it's magical. And then we have some granola and I have banana pancake on the way. And yes, I eat all of it because it's the most amazing thing ever.
Time to eat.
Oh my goodness. Thanks. It's so
okay, so at least she's eating a fucking egg. Oh my god, finally. Like, do you think she watched my last video where I ripped on her for like not eating any like nutrient dense food at all? I doubt it. Maybe she did. I don't know, whatever. But oh my god, finally you decided to have one omelet. Okay. Maybe will you eat some meat later? I don't know. I would I'd buy one of your t-shirts if you fucking ate any meat later. Like I actually wouldn't, but maybe no, I wouldn't at all. But again, like what's the problem we see with this? This is like, I feel like these food choices are designed to like, there's two reasons behind these food choices. Number one, it's like, how can I avoid eating meat? And again, I don't know, maybe she'll eat meat later. I'm not really sure, but like why? This is like, you can tell, you can still see. I feel so bad. I'm making these videos about her. Like, I don't fucking, like, Stephanie, if you ever watch this, I don't care really what you do with your life. Like, I really don't care. But if I'm going to watch something and give my opinion on it, this is my actual opinion. So, you know what I mean? Again, I don't really care, actually, what, like, anybody does with what they eat. It doesn't matter to me at all. But I'm going to give my opinion anyway. Okay, so that's it. This seems to me to be like, what's the thought process behind this type of food? It's like, how can I avoid eating meat so I can eat as much visually appealing and tasty food as possible? Visually appealing because we're trying to make an interesting piece of content here. And you don't like, look at like my mukbangs that I do. I get like fucking 20 skewers and like a little bit of corn and mango, right? That's like, it's not visually appealing at all. Like my thumbnail would be the most boring shit ever if I actually took a picture of the food. But you know, not only are girls like very influenced by like the presentation of the actual food itself, I believe will increase their appetite. But also, you know that if you put a colorful fruit platter in the video, and I'm sure they organized it like that and blah, blah, blah. It's not like her like organizing the fruit, like color coordinating it. But like, you know, this food is not bad per se. It's not bad, but like, why eat this? The only reason to eat this is just to eat it, just to get the momentary hit of pleasure for eating something. So like why? I'm wondering why. Like why would you do this? And again, I think this all-in thing is to like get over your fear of eating, your fear of gaining weight via eating. So you purposely gain weight through eating, which that's one way to do it. Like I said, you can do it that way by eating a bunch of unhealthy food intentionally to like desensitize yourself from it, I think is the reason. and it's like dressed up as this like I want to get my period back. But why wouldn't you do it by eating more meat, right? Maybe she'll eat more meat later. I'm not really sure, but like only to have one little omelet, 20% of your food come from like 2 eggs or something, and the rest is like, what is it, even like fruit, sweet potato pancakes, like what's the point here? Why are you doing this? You know what I mean? Quick note about, this video's gonna take forever. Quick note about Bali. I've been to Bali. I've been to Indonesia. No offense, Indonesian people who are watching this, but Indonesia is a fucking dump. Oh my God. They just happen to be in Ubud, which is like the nicest part of Bali. And you have all of these like really nice resorts that are there that are like very far removed from the filth of Bali, which is a lot of it. But Ubud in and of itself is a very nice place. And if I were ever to go back there, I would pretty much spend the entire trip in Ubud, because it's like, imagine you took a little town and you're like, okay, we want to make this town like the ideal travel destination for girls who do yoga and like want to drink green smoothies. That's like what the entire town is. It's like, it's all yoga. It's all fucking like being in nature. It's all like drinking your like wheatgrass ginger smoothie through a glass straw and like buying fucking activated charcoal supplements, you know what I mean, while you like meditate for 3 hours a day. That's the entire town. It's amazing, incredible, like great place. If you're a single guy, go to fucking Ubud and do some yoga. You'll have fun. But yeah, like, food choices, I don't know, whatever. What was chef?
Good every time.
The spicy, I never thought I would like a spicy omelet.
It's amazing. That's the best quesadilla. I don't even know what's in it. I don't need to know what's in it. They put bits of chili in a lot of the food here, and it just adds so much to everything. Like, it makes everything taste so much better. This is the most anti-Canadian thing they'll ever do, but they don't put maple syrup on their pancakes. So they put honey, and it's delicious. I would have never tried honey on pancakes if I didn't come here. And their pancakes are different, aren't they, Jeff?
Yeah, they're almost more like a crepe, yeah.
Thick crepe. They're definitely like a crepe. They're like a better version of a crepe. And they're so good. See the bananas in there? So good.
How full?
I'm not super full, but okay, this is a better question. How satisfied? 100%.
100% satisfied.
100%.
Whoa.
And that is what Bali has done to me. So the most amazing thing about Bali has been basically that I've learned how to eat meals. Because I have to sit down and have like breakfast, lunch, and dinner with Dewey cooking, I feel like I have forced myself into eating and sitting down and eating meals. And at the end, I'm like rarely hungry in between meals. I feel like this was like the best thing for my all-in journey at this point in time, like just like 1 month into it. I like trained myself how to eat breakfast, eat lunch, and eat dinner, and then feel good at the end. I don't need to just like eat all day, every day, like from when I wake up until when I go to bed. It's been amazing. It's helped me so much, and I think that when I go home, I'll be able to sit down and like want to make a full meal, and it's gonna be good. Because my first month, it was just all over the place. Whenever I wanted, all day, every day, like every hour or so, I was eating just random stuff, potatoes and toast and avocados, like just random. Now meals are key.
Scale 1 to 10, how was the meal? Breakfast.
All right, so that's an interesting point. Seems to be a step in the right direction. Learning how to eat meals, I guess that makes sense. Again, like I said in every video that I've ever, and again, okay, step in the right direction for sure. She seems to be trying to like figure out the right solution on her own, which, okay, I understand that. I can relate to that. Not how I would do it. And also I'm not really afraid of not being, of being hungry. But I guess the issue here is not feeling satisfied after eating. And notice she did eat an egg. I'm not sure if she's been eating eggs the entire time, although that would be kind of an interesting little thing to take note of. Eating a big meal as opposed to snacking throughout the day. Again, like I said, I guess that's a step in the right direction, but why wouldn't you eat more nutrient-dense foods? Like I said, she did have the egg or eggs. Maybe, what was that, 2 to 3 eggs in the omelet? I'm not really sure. 4 maybe? It's good. Another thing that I thought was interesting is that, well, what did she say here? What did she say? I don't remember what she said. Yeah, I don't know. I guess really what this is like, this is designed to show girls that you shouldn't be afraid of eating, I guess, is what this is, which, like I said, is a step in the right direction, because apparently it's a very like female trait to be afraid to eat. Did not know this before I started doing all these eating disorder videos, but like women, you guys are like terrified to eat. It's like terrifying to you because you think you're going to gain weight. And again, like I said, the real solution to this is just have the correct food choice, which is more nutrient dense food, which really is meat and eggs. So if you have the correct food choice, you will get fuller faster and stay fuller for a longer period of time, and just be healthier overall in general. So it seems like I'm hoping she will like figure that out. I mean, I don't really care what she does with her life, but like for her sake, I guess, like eat more meat, eat more eggs. Maybe she will at lunch. I'm not sure. We'll see.
10. 10 10.
Easy 10.
Easy 10.
Strong 10?
I'm gonna take her home. Strong 10. So I was FaceTiming my mom, and she saw this, which I'm not really sure what it is. I think it's just art. I don't know. It's like decoration. And my mom's like, what's that? Chicken eggs? I actually don't know the purpose of that thing, but it looks really cool. This place is dope and looks like a artist couture heaven. It's like really artsy and has really cool stuff that you probably don't always see in Bali. Like, I don't think that's Balinese. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think that's Balinese either. That reminds me of Hong Kong, actually. Yeah. Either way, this place is the coolest place ever. Up here, there's more. We don't really go up here much, but it's still really dope. I haven't been over there yet. It's like the place of no return. You have to walk across this to get there. It's kind of scary. Jeff did it. But I've taken many naps here. It overlooks the rest of the place, which is dope. Jeff was just showing me what I always do in his house doors. And I usually say that I come with the house. Oh, yeah. So do you come with this house? He costs extra. Over here is the second bedroom. Has this like nice little sitting area. I actually put all of our luggage in here, but we don't sleep in here. But this is one of the bedrooms. This is like the deck that Jeff has been doing at-home workouts. And then here is the bedroom that we actually sleep in. It's amazing. And bathrooms in there, but you get the idea.
It looks beautiful. What is it called, Dewey?
Batsu.
Batsu.
Yeah, Batsu.
Okay, it looks good.
This is health. We take all the health on the planet from
This is soy sauce and tomato ketchup.
ketchup and then some chili. Jeff's not allowed to
This
touch
is
that one. And then pizza.
Yeah.
All right, are those meatballs? Are those meatballs? Those look like meatballs to me. I don't know. Watch, they're made out of like fucking tapioca starch or something. But I think they're meatballs. Do you think she watched my last video? How I like railed her for fucking not eating any meat? She must have. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. I know you'll never acknowledge me publicly because I'm such an asshole and fucking small-time YouTuber. You're probably like, oh, it's Kayla Kateki told me to eat meat, so I ate a fucking bowl of meatballs. Whatever. Anyway, I will still like smugly like take credit for fucking telling your viewers or the viewers of my video that you should be eating more nutrient-dense food. Good for you. Very good for you. Congratulations. You seem to be on the right track. I wonder, have you been eating more meat this entire time? Maybe. Is that maybe partially, possibly something that could have contributed to your increased feelings of satiety during this trip to Bali? Maybe. Is it also entirely possible that you can reduce the amount of, let's call them unnecessary foods, like your giant fruit platter and your fucking potato pancakes and like all this other stuff that you don't necessarily need to be eating? But again, this brings into question the question, how physically attractive do you actually need to be, right? Like when you're like a hot skinny girl and you have a boyfriend and you're pretty much set financially and you have hundreds of thousands probably of adoring fans, you don't really need to be hot anymore. And I feel like women a lot of the time, for some reason, they're totally fine with getting fat and being unhealthy. So it's like the trade-off. It's like, should I deny myself these foods and actually be fit and healthy? Or have I like put my time in to being attractive? I have a boyfriend, fucking totally in love with me, doesn't care if I get fat. I'm not saying, she's fat now, but like doesn't care if it's clearly heading in that direction. I might as well like try and get my period back and fucking have a bunch of kids now. Anyway, but like, hello, can we talk about this? Stephanie Buttermore eating a fucking bowl of meatballs. Like, she for sure watched my video. She definitely did, right? I mean, she must have. I'm making it on YouTube, aren't I? Okay, so there's that. Also, I remembered what I wanted to talk about before, which is the getting sick thing. When you eat too much and too often, you're going to get sick, like straight up. It's not because you're traveling. It's not because you fucking sat on a plane for like 9 hours to go somewhere. No. Those things can contribute to it because you might sleep less. And it's possible that you might be exposed to a new bug that your body is not used to, but we're always constantly exposed to new bugs all the time. And if your immune system is weakened as a result of always having to try and digest all this fucking shitty food that you're eating, you're much more likely to get sick when a stressor like that comes into your life. Okay, so let's see. Are these actually meatballs? I wonder.
She knows how to reach my heart.
Margarita.
Oh, margarita.
Yeah. And tuna pizza.
Ooh, I thought it looks delicious. Thank you.
Thank you.
This looks yummy. Okay, let me try this first. Hot soup. It's really hot. That's art. That's beautiful.
Okay, so Let's talk about it. All right. So meatballs. She only ate one tiny little bite. I'm going to assume she ate it. I don't know. Like all these like eating disorder girls with their like clever editing. Like I don't know. Let me live my fantasy that she watched my video, took my advice. Now she's eating meat. That's number one. Number two is this is meat on the pizza, right? Both of these pizzas have meat. Or one is margarita pizza. The other one. I mean, okay, like fucking these little slivers of meat. Like at least there's some meat on it. Probably more meat than she's been eating before. At least there's something here to eat with your pizza. So I guess a step in the right direction. Okay, good. Good job. But she's eating meat. Come on. All right.
There's noodles in this. That's a pleasant surprise. Whenever there's noodles in a soup, that's a big win. And they can make pizza.
I can do everything.
That's so good. So this one was tuna pizza.
Tuna? I didn't know that.
I never had that. That's so unique. Oh my god. It's good.
Yeah?
It's so different. That's really good. Dewey scale. We have a Dewey scale.
Oh, you know what I realized? I'm sorry I'm stopping this so much, but this is the thumbnail from the last video that I used. So I guess it was like, because I remember this. She was wearing this and eating the pizza, and I ripped on her for eating these two pizzas. I thought this was a salad. Oh, you guys can't see this. Whatever. Anyway, the empty bowl, I thought it was a salad bowl. But it was actually meat. So it looks like she was actually eating meat at that point. So maybe ripped on her a bit unfairly. I'm going to assume, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and say she ate all those meatballs. I don't know if she really did, but like honestly, like at least eating even a little bit of meat is better when you're fucking slamming all this like fucking pizza and shit. Tuna on the pizza, not my first choice for meat, but tuna at least is fucking meat somehow. So like, good. Okay, good. Definitely step in the right direction for sure.
My cameraman's retiring to do a workout. I'm gonna finish up this pizza and then we have dinner. I don't even remember what we have dinner.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be amazing, no matter what. So I'll see you guys at dinner. It seems like every country is obsessed with Oreos. Like no matter where you go, Oreos. I actually have these, the blueberry ones. I love them. Home sweet home.
Yeah.
Looking mini physique update.
You look pretty sick.
I'm gonna heat up what they have prepared for us for dinner, but there's no guarantees.
We'll see what happens. How you feeling? Sick? Oh, no.
Feeling like sick. I'm gonna do my best to do what I do best, and that is eat.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so actually now that I think about it, all right, so these are all skewers. So I'm thinking right now, I'm like, all right, the last video that I made was clearly after this took place. So it's possible that the last video that I watched of her, she was already stuffing herself on meat, but just not showing it in the fucking video for some reason. Like, why would you hide that? Why? You're going to show all this other like trash that you're eating? I guess maybe because all of these are shot in Bali and she didn't show it for some reason in the few clips that she did show of Bali. I don't really understand, but like, why would you hide that? Like, why would you actively... It seems like it was like somebody actually trying to hide it. You're showing all this other food that you ate, even while you're in the same country, at the same exact meal, that you're eating the meat, but you don't show the meat, you only show the pizza. I'm wondering, like, what's the reason for that? Is that like her or whoever's editing the video, like, oh, people like pizza more than meatballs, so I'll show her eating pizza? I don't really understand. But hello, can we talk about this? Like, this is clearly skewers of meat. And again, like I said, fucking you're sick. Like, why don't you stop eating? You know what I mean? Like, again, that's, I guess this is like a necessary evil on your like all-in procedure. But, you know, at the end of the day, people essentially don't want to watch anybody do anything right because that's boring. You know what I mean? It's like they want to maybe see the end result. Well, I don't know, maybe there's just some sort of appeal to watching people do things wrong, I guess. Because, you know, those videos like how I lost 50 pounds, you know, those are very popular, the before and after. But this is like a reverse of that. It's like how I gained 50 pounds and like, I don't want to say ruined my body, but like made my body less conventionally attractive on purpose and got sick and like clearly like not as healthy as I could be. And again, like I said, people, ladies, I'm not saying you need to look like a skeleton to be healthy. Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, oh, the old Stephanie Buttermore was much better than this Stephanie Buttermore. Malnourished is never good. being malnourished to the point where you lose your period is never good for anybody. And if your only two choices, which you obviously have more than only two choices, but if your only two choices are eating whatever you want and getting sick sometimes, or being malnourished, obviously the first one is better. Nobody, like, you should not be malnourished. It's not good ever for anybody. But like, for example, let's say that for breakfast, instead of eating all that fucking fruit and shit, she just ate more eggs, you know? And for the second meal, she maybe skipped the pizza and just ate more meatballs. And like, I don't see too much here. Potato chips, fucking this meat, and this looks like some sort of like soup or curry or something. That's a better choice. Also, when you fast, like, or when you do OMAD, your body has more time to like have your, you know, boost your immune system, because you're not constantly digesting food. So like, I think what will happen with this all-in stuff is that eventually she'll get to the point where she's like, all right, like I don't need to actually eat all this food anymore. And then hopefully she'll make the right choice and eat mostly meat. But it just seems like such a roundabout way of doing it when you could clearly, easily make the right decision immediately, which is limit your eating frequency to once a day and fucking stuff yourself on the right foods, which is meat and eggs.
Food. I'm heating up some lasagna for Jeff. That was our dinner yesterday, and it was.
Come on, what are you doing? Technical difficulties.
10.
Easy 10.
Dinner yesterday, and it was amazing, and we didn't finish it all, so he's gonna have that. But I kind of want to try some of the stuff she made for us for dinner tonight. So here's some fried rice. She made chicken satay with peanut sauce. I'm very excited for this. It looks delicious. So I'll heat this up. I'm also gonna have maybe a slice of pizza. Never kills anybody. Like a little bit of everything. Kind of reminds me of like Thanksgiving leftovers. And I'll show you what my plate looks like after I heat it up. And then I'm gonna have some dessert. So I might film that, and then I'm gonna go to bed. But I'm sorry that I got sick. If you forgot that I was human, because sometimes I eat more than a normal human can eat, well, here's your reminder.
By the way, it's like super dark out right now, and it's only dinner time. The sun actually looks really cool on this camera right now, or well, the skyline.
This pizza is bomb.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe it's cold because who doesn't love cold pizza? It's a different one than lunch. I think it's chicken sausage, and it's really good.
Oh, it's the third pizza.
The mysterious third pizza. Moral of the story, pizza fixes everything. I've got some ice cream at the store, as you saw earlier. I'm gonna have some of that along with my meal. My meal is right there, it's all heated up. I just got like Neapolitan ice cream because I was really craving strawberry ice cream. Then I was like, well, what about vanilla? But what about chocolate? I'm gonna have a few scoops of this. Hopefully it's okay. Ice cream's very expensive here. I'm gonna top it with these strawberry wafers. I was intrigued in the store, and they're like these little big squares. I just wanted a couple. I actually stuck them in the freezer so they're cold. In this really hot climate, I've been really craving ice cream. That has been my dessert of choice. So this is the chicken satay, and then this is the fried rice, vegetarian lasagna, and the chicken satay with peanut sauce on it. Looks amazing. And then I'm gonna have some of this ice cream after. That actually looks amazing to me. My body's like on fire. Oh my god, that's the best fried rice I've ever had.
Really?
Oh my god, that's so good. Dewy scale, 10 out of 10.
Dewey, if you're watching this.
This is so good. Oh my goodness, the peanut sauce on it is incredible. I already know that I love the lasagna. Dewey!
She's gonna be watching this and probably like laughing.
Dewey, subscribe to my channel. We're gonna be best friends forever. Try some of the ice cream on. It's actually so good. This strawberry ice cream is actually the kind of strawberry ice cream I like. It tastes like strawberry yoo-hoo. It's kind of artificial, but I love that. And the wafer, it's like a cone. Somebody should pay me to do this. Wow, this is actually really good ice cream. It's so refreshing.
Okay, so like, eating like this, all right, 3 meals a day, let's say. Let's even take the exact food choices that she's eating, right? Eating like this is not bad in and of itself. This is like, it's obviously not great to have fucking 6 scoops of ice cream and like a bunch of pizza for every meal. Not ideal, but this is the type of eating style that you can get away with if you're training hard in the gym. I remember from her last video, she said she's like reduced the frequency at which she will go to the gym and train. I don't know what that means. Maybe she was overtraining before. Now I don't think she's overtraining. Also, she's sick, so that's going to put her out of the gym for like, she'll probably be sick for like a week with all the traveling and all the extra shitty food that she's eating. Like, I don't see her like getting better like in a day. You know what I mean? But like this is not bad in of itself, right? Like you can wake up, but the problem is that she's not training, I don't think at all, or even very hard. So like, I don't know, I kind of thought this in the beginning of the video, but what I thought this was initially, and I didn't say it because maybe some people would take it the wrong way, but this seems like, you know, like Mexican girls, they get fat when they start getting older and having kids. They start growing sideways, you know. I don't know what it is or why. It's not all Mexican girls, blah blah blah, but like they just like stop, I don't know, taking care of themselves, or I don't know what it is. Honestly, I don't know. But that's kind of what this seems like. She's just like decided she doesn't want to be fit anymore and just wants to eat and probably get pregnant and have a bunch of kids and just transition from being the like fit, sexy girl bordering on malnourished kind of sexy girl, I guess, I don't know, to being like the slightly fatter or maybe even a lot fatter girl who like does mukbangs and like makes girls feel less bad about eating because they have an eating disorder. That seems like what the transition is here. But again, like I said, like eating like this in and of itself is not bad if you're training hard and you have enough muscle on your body to offset it. But if you're just like waking up in the morning and you're like, I'm going to eat as much as I can to get full, and then I'm going to eat as much as I can to get full in the afternoon, and then the same thing in the evening, even while I'm sick, like this, like what is the benefit? And I guess if nothing else, like I'm sure at some point she will make the connection in her head that certain foods will make her feel better than other foods, right? Which to me seems completely obvious, like very quickly. Maybe because I only eat once a day, and I notice that if I eat shitty foods once a day, I feel bad. If I eat good foods once a day, I feel really good. Okay, but I guess when you eat multiple times throughout the day, you notice that less because the food has less of an effect on you. But I'm hoping that eventually she will notice that and naturally at least reduce the amount of shitty foods that she eats so she will feel better. I'm not saying you can never have ice cream, can never eat fucking 3 meals a day, you can never have fruit or fucking potato pancakes. Of course you can. But ideally those things will be balanced by eating enough of the right foods first and training hard enough to offset your like indulgences, like completely free indulgences that you put absolutely no boundaries on.
Cold. Oh, I love it. This is the most amazing thing to eat when you have a fever.
So it's me again. I just want to thank you guys for watching the video. I do hope that you enjoyed it. I actually didn't end up filming an outro clip. I had a horrible fever. So thank you guys so much for watching. My next video is actually going to be the science behind set point theory and body fatness regulation. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Give the video a thumbs up if you like full day of eating videos. I can do more of them if you do like them. And make sure to check out the all-in merch if you are interested in it. Love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah. Bye.
God bless Stephanie Buttermore. Stephanie Buttermore, if you did not exist and make videos, I would not be as popular as I am right now. Yeah, it's like it never would have thought in a million years I'd be like well known for making fucking gossip videos, critiquing other people's like health choices in a million years. And honestly, like I said in the beginning of this video, I was going to try and be nice in this video. And fortunately, she made it easy for me with the recent introduction of like meat at every meal, which was glaringly absent from every other video that I've ever seen of her. So a step in the right direction. I'm wondering, like, is it possible that this girl who has a PhD and allegedly like knows all this stuff about fitness and lives with her fucking like professional bodybuilder boyfriend doesn't actually know what foods have the most nutrients and is just like choosing randomly because she thinks it's healthy? Or what I think is more likely is that she's just indulging with no boundaries to make up for a lifetime of restriction in an attempt to like overcome her fear of eating. Which again, like I said, I guess that's one way to do it with what I think is a lot of negative side effects, like getting fat, getting sick all the time, and looking bad, worse, I guess. When you could just immediately choose the correct solution, which is limit the amount of shitty foods that you eat by eating the nutrient-dense foods first. Eat those first, Stephanie, my darling, if you ever watch this. Like, don't eat the pizza first. Eat the fucking meatballs first. Don't try all the food. Don't touch the ice cream until you have the fucking skewers. You know what I mean? eat those first, because if you eat those first, you know you're getting at least what your body needs. And then afterwards, if you're still hungry, you can indulge in some ice cream. But it's possible you don't need fucking 6 scoops of ice cream. You might have reached the exact same amount of happiness with 3 scoops. Like, where does this all in thing end? Like, when do you stop, right? Like, because, I mean, you guys understand that, like, the more unhealthy shit food you eat, the greater your capacity for eating unhealthy shit food will be. Is that not clear for people? And again, like I said, she is increasing the amount of meat that she eats, which will reduce the amount of unhealthy shit food that you can eat. But without a conscious decision, or I guess a conscious acknowledgement of the fact that eating the meat is what will make you feel full for longer and lead to an overall better level of health, then it's just going to be completely random when you do eat meat. Like, if you don't have your fucking Indonesian like cook there to make food for you, are you going to choose to eat meat on your own? Hopefully you do, right? Like, honestly, I started this video and I was kind of like, I kind of felt myself like hoping that she would continue making the bad choices so that I could continue ripping her apart and like make an interesting video. But like I said, this does seem to be a step in the right direction as defined by me. My recommendations are clear, like eat once a day, stuff yourself on meat, and go to the fucking gym. She's not eating once a day, she's eating whenever she wants. And I guess don't eat shitty food. She's eating shitty food. She's not eating once a day. She's eating 3 times a day, which is closer to once a day than eating all day. She's not stuffing herself on meat. She has begun to include meat in her meals. And it does not seem like she is working out. I guess part of that is because she's sick, but I do remember in her last video she said that she's reduced the frequency, which I think is a mistake, right? Like, you want to get your period back? Well, guess what? Fucking working out on the gym is going to help you get it back because you're going to be healthier overall. Anyway, like I said, step in the right direction. Good for you, Stephanie. Sorry I said all those mean things about you before. I was already sorry before that I said all those mean things about you. I wish you the best. Just reach out to me. Don't you want to have me on your channel? Don't you want me to interview you? Don't you think that would be a good video? Like me yelling at you about the all-in challenge? Like, all your supporters be like, oh, fuck you, man. Your hair looks like shit. You don't know anything. Stephanie has a PhD. You only have 1,700 subscribers. She has way more subscribers than you. You've never had an eating disorder. Whatever. Anyway, thank you for watching my video, everyone. If you guys have any other recommendations for videos or YouTubers that you want me to talk about, let me know. Leave me a comment. Peace.